Hey you guys, just giving a couple more opportunities for those to join us today, but this is going to be our second episode of Just In with Journos. So let me see if I can add in our second host, which is our secretary, Niall Paul. I'm going for like a chill vibe tonight. I want this to be a really nice conversation.
Hey, Lori.
Hey Niall. Oh, you already got it
Oh,
sideways, period.
yep.
Already knew the drill. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. It's been a busy day, but just taking it one step at a time. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Share with us a little bit about your busy day. I love to hear like what my friends, my journalism friends are doing.
Absolutely. Well, it's more so with my leadership minor, just getting the senior research presentation together. I presented in 2 weeks, so just getting that ready, out the way. I mean, of course, I'm excited to like present it and everything, but it's a lot of work is being put into it. A lot of work that's definitely being like expected, to go within it. So just making sure I touch all those bases and everything. But yeah,
Well, I
pretty
wish
much.
you luck, honey. I know you're
Thank
gonna ace it.
you.
Flying colors. Hampton is
Thank
the
you.
standard of excellence for those who are joining us and they just don't know. Okay.
Exactly.
um, but I guess I'll go ahead and introduce myself so we can get started. Again, my name is Lauren Bass. I'm a graduating senior, journalism major, psychology minor from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am serving as this year's Miss NABJ.
And hello, everyone. My name is Niall Paul. I am a graduating senior strategic communications major, leadership studies minor from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I serve as this year's secretary for Hampton's NABJ Chapter.
Yes, and welcome to Just In with Journos. So again, we just want to make sure that you guys know that these Instagram lives are going to just be an opportunity for us to meet other journalists in the media industry. So feel free when they come on to send questions, network. This is a perfect networking opportunity for you to just get to know different beats in the industry, but also connect with people who can get you to where you want to go.
Absolutely.
So let's see if our guests are here. Before I add Miss Tammy, I guess I can introduce her. So Tammy Reese is our guest for today. Her bio says the loss of her mother and then a global pandemic immediately following didn't stop Tammy Reese from doing what she was born to do, to be a storyteller. Grief, tragedy, setbacks, and a major readjustment in life all have been a part of Tammy's story, which is still being written, which got her to the point now of triumph, victory, and her destiny to pay tribute to icons, legends, influencers, and those making an impact as paying homage to those who have been an inspiration around the world. Storytelling through various art forms in her life are what her purpose is. We all have a story to tell and share to educate, empower, uplift, and inspire others. She's a veteran of press and was honored to be the 40 Under 40 Award in 2018, as well as other accolades such as the 2020 Sheen magazine that featured her in the Woman in Multimedia on the Rise. And notable celebrity and influencer interviews that she's had are Gina Davis, Megan Good Franklin, Nelly, Omar Epps, and so much more. So please get ready for us to bring on Miss Tammy Reese. She got a lot going on, okay? I want to make sure I'm talking to her. Let me make sure she want to maybe hire me. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for that awesome introduction, Queens. Happy Women's History Month.
Yes, happy Women's History Month.
I'm a little bright. I think I'm a little too bright here. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can, but you are bright. But you shine bright. Like everything that you have, you are a star, Miss Honey.
Oh my God.
Do you think you could turn your camera sideways, maybe? Yeah, let's see if that'll work.
Oh, cool. I never had it like this on Instagram.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect for when I take the clip. I'll be able to like save it and then I'll rotate it so that people can see us all in the same direction.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for being here. How are you today?
I'm amazing. It was a real busy day, but I got through it. In journalism, people are always giving us pitches. We always have to interview people. And I'm like a multimedia guru. I do podcasts, magazine writing, Zoom interviews, phone interviews, the works. So just keeping up on deadlines and keeping my sanity as well.
Yes, definitely want to make sure I will ask you at some point about self-care and mental health, because that is something that I know is talked about a lot in the journalism industry, burnout and different things like that. So definitely we'll get to that in today's interview. But I guess, is there anything about your bio you'd like to maybe expand on a little bit before we get started with your questions?
Yes, well, you did amazing, touching on definitely some key points. I'm Tammy Reese. I'm the founder of Visionary Minds, Public Relations and Media. My personal brand, Tammy Reese Media. I interview tons of celebrities, influencers on the regular. I cover a lot of industry events. I've covered like the Oscars, Tribeca Film Festival, Sundance Film Festival, Urban One Honors. The list goes on. I love interviewing celebrities. That's my beat and thing to do. But I also interview everyday people, up and coming talent, small business owners, people making social awareness impact. Those are the things, the everyday real people. I love sharing their stories as well.
Okay, because I know y'all heard Omar Epps. I was like, ooh.
Yes, he is amazing. When they did the Power Book 3 Raising Canaan, they had a virtual press day. And I got to interview a lot of the cast. He was one of them. I also got to interview Courtney Kemp, who is the creator of Power. She was at that press day as well. I'm so inspired by her. It was an honor. It was the same day I interviewed Omar. It was so cool.
Yeah, and your bio really just speaks a lot to me. I know that you said that you've been through a lot of things that make you the person that you are today. What are some things that were obstacles that you had to overcome to push you to be the best journalist that you can be?
Wow, where do I start? The loss of my mom, first and foremost. May she rest in peace. Passed away in January 2020. The pandemic happened March 2020. I felt like my whole world was like, there's no way in the world like this is all happening to me. You know, everyone was dealing with loss, dealing with the pandemic. In that moment, I felt like there's no way this is just happening to me. It put me in a real dark depression. I almost was like, you know what, I'm over this industry. I just want to check out. I don't care about none of it. But having a great support system, a great family system, a tribe, to know that my mom was so proud of me and wouldn't want me to give up, and knowing I've dedicated my life to my career. This is what I went to school for and got my degree in, and what I always wanted to do since I was younger was to interview and be in the entertainment and media industry. So just overcoming that depression of that major loss was something that I had to push through.
Definitely. And I offer my condolences. I know that there was a lot going on, but I can't imagine losing my mom and still pushing through this industry. So I know I can't say much, but just be proud that you are also just representing a strong Black woman. We definitely need inspiration like that. So thank you for continually doing great work.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Did you have a question for her, Niall?
Absolutely. So just getting more into your start within the industry, what inspired you to just go into it, especially to specialize in the beat that you do engage in. What was your inspiration for that?
Great question. When I was 12, I'm 36 now. When I was 12, my mom told me about this company in Syracuse, New York called the Media Unit. It's the best kept secret to me. I heard that they did stage shows. I heard they did a weekly TV show out of the public access cable station. I'm like, maybe I'm too young for this, but I love movies. I love watching. I can recite any movie at a young age. I'm like, you know what? I really like acting, and I did plays in school. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come audition for this. 12-year-old, scared as heck. I made my audition, got into the company, and then we started doing 60 live stage shows a year. We started, I was a part of the TV show as well at a young age. I was in the company for 8 years. So as a teenager, I was directing and hosting live TV out at our public access cable station, touring, doing 60 live stage shows, all on social issues like racism, bullying, sexual assault, racism, the list goes on. Then I ended up going to college, Empire State College, and getting my degree in media studies. I interned at a radio station, Clear Channel, which is iHeart now. And then I just started producing my own videos on social awareness topics, directing and acting in PSAs because I love storytelling through the arts, various aspects, journalism, acting, writing, directing. And though I have all this talent as an actress, writer, director, my passion is journalism. It's so universal. There's a lot of gossip blogs, things like that that could be entertainment, but that's not me. I want to know the in-depth of a person, what things you overcame that made you who you are today, what advice you can give someone to help them get to where you are. It's so many powerful ways to be a journalist. I think it's one of the most profound industries, and I'm just in love with journalism.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to ask you, so they always say that to get into this industry is based off of who you know. So can you give us some networking tips that help open these doors for you?
That is very true. And it's hard for a lot of people because a lot of people don't have connections and resources and things. I'm a publicist and a journalist, and a lot of people won't even tap into both because both are very complex. And it makes it kind of easier yet harder for me because I have clients that I have to pitch to get into media. And I always have people pitching me to get their clients interviewed by me. It's good to have connections with publicists, managers, especially if you want to interview celebrities. You have to make sure you know who to speak to. Going to networking events. During the pandemic, the past few years, internet working was the best thing to do. People had nothing really to do but be at home and be on a computer, sending DMs, sending emails, doing virtual coffee meets, sending your resumes, updating cover letters, really showing people who you are, and people had time to listen. I felt for me in my career, the pandemic excelled my career more than ever because I didn't have to leave my house. I can't even count how many celebrities I interviewed with not even having to leave home, just on Zoom, because I was DMing publicists or their managers, agents, saying who I am, what I do, what my resume is. Can I interview your client? A lot of people said no. A lot of people said not right now. A lot of people said maybe, and a lot of people said yes. That's just a part of the business. You just got to go for it, for sure. And now people are reaching out to me to interview their clients. When, a few years ago, people wouldn't even give me the time of day, and I've been in this industry for over 20 years. But the last 3 years been just amazing. A lot of opportunities really fell in my lap that I definitely don't take for granted.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm looking at your list now. Genuine, Tony Todd. Like, there are so many people on this list. Donnell Jones. I love Donnell Jones.
Me too. And I can't even tell you which one was my favorite because, like, Donnell and Genuine is my generation music. And with Genuine, the first thing I said is, "It's 10-10, where you been?" He started cracking up. He's like, "I know that ain't your question." I said, "No, I'm just joking with you." And I started talking to him about fatherhood and how he changed as a father being in this industry. But he really loved my personality. I didn't want to know how many baby mamas you got, what's the latest down and tea. I really wanted to know about him and his growth. It was for Black Music Honors when he was honored.
Okay.
Last year.
Yeah, the list definitely goes on, but I really do appreciate you. We're going to introduce our second guest who's going to be joining us today, and then we're going to start popping y'all some more questions. I think Niall was going to introduce him, right?
Absolutely. Yep. So I'm so excited to introduce our next guest. We have Mr. Bryson Boone Hall. And so he is a music and cultural journalist and an on-camera correspondent. His bylines include Dallas Observer, the LA Weekly, OC Weekly, and The Source. And he also has experience with working with celebrities and interviewing celebrities such as 50 Cent, Tyler the Creator, Dame Dash, and Wiz Khalifa, just to name a few. So very excited to introduce Mr. Bryson Boone Hall. Oops, how do I say?
Okay, I just accepted him, so maybe it will load in a second.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
But yes, y'all are doing some great things. I'm like really honored to like have this opportunity. Like, thank you so much for being on here with us.
Be here. Yes. What a major bio he has.
Yes, I wanted to make sure we had a balance of female and male perspectives. I know that sometimes we can not have as many resources, but that's exactly what this live is for. So hopefully he can join us. I tried sending the request again, Mr. Boom Paul. I hit accept, but I don't know why it hasn't let you in the live yet. It might have been because I was playing around trying to I was trying to add him early.
Multimedia life, gotta love it, and gotta love technology too.
Okay. What have been like some of the adjustments you've made? Like, are you back in the office now, or do you work solely from home?
That work?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Boom Paul. Glad
Hello.
you made it. Got us everybody connected.
What up? What up? Right?
How are you today?
What's going on with you? What's going on? I'm good. I'm good. I'm, trying to stay busy like y'all. Trying to do
Are you
great
like
things.
out for a walk right now?
Nah, I'm in the backyard.
Okay. Can you tell us again where you're from? It's like really sunny there.
So I'm in Cali right now, but
I thought so. I was like, that
yeah.
looks like Cali's sun.
Yeah. I'm in Cali right now, but obviously I stay in Dallas, and I'm from Cali originally, so.
Okay.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I'll let Niall take the lead on your conversation.
What up?
Hello, and thank you again for joining us.
Anytime.
Before we just go into anything else, like your bio, really extensive, just a lot of experience, a lot of like interesting things. So do you mind touching more about how you got your start into the industry, and particularly similar question that I asked Miss Tammy, sort of like the particular beat that you go into, like what was it like getting your foot into that door?
It was definitely tough. I can say that much. I started out blogging, really, just being a fan of music, and then I was already going to college to be an English teacher. So I just kind of just used my education in a creative way, I would say. But I started out blogging, doing like little blogs here and there, album reviews, and slowly and surely got on at different like low-level outlets. And then one of my friends had said there was an opening at LA Weekly, at OC Weekly. So they introduced me to the editor there, and I started writing for OC Weekly. And then that transferred into LA Weekly. And then Dallas was looking for a music journalist for hip hop and stuff like that. So they asked me if I would be interested in going to Dallas. And at first, I didn't think I was going to ever leave California. I was like, nah, I'm cool, like where I'm at. But I went out there for like a weekend and I liked it. And then my mom was like, well, look, if you can go out there and try it out. And if you don't like it, you can always move back home. Right. I mean, you can't move back home, but you can move back to Cali. And so I tried it. I thought I wasn't going to do it. The first 6 months was hard because it was like, an adjustment. But after a while, I was like, all right, well, I'm never going back to Cali. So, only to visit, not live there. So,
right. Well, I'm a Southern girl. I'm from Georgia, but I definitely have family in Houston. So I hope you enjoy the South Side.
Yes.
I enjoy it for the gas prices and the food. Now, Texas doesn't have Mexican food like Cali has Mexican food, but they have better food for everything else. So.
Wait, but isn't it like closer to where it's authentic?
You would think, right? Yeah, you would think, but no, it's not. It's not better. I haven't found a good Mexican spot out there, so.
Wow.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about diversity, would you say that your industry, like the people that you work with, are you working with people that look more like you, or are you having to deal with culture shock in the industry that you're in?
Well, for This Is 50 now, everybody look like me. Everybody black. And then for the Dallas Observer and like for like the more national publications, they're all white.
So can you
So
talk to the students who are watching this live just about how to tackle dealing with, I guess, a variety of people from different places?
I would say just try and find a common medium, but man, just introduce them to your culture, man. You'll be surprised how intrigued people be by what you got in your background.
Definitely.
Wow, definitely. Um,
I mean,
I
we're the number one culture, our driving force in culture, like our most profitable whatever culture in the world. Period. So obviously, everything we do is trend setting. So why not just use that to your advantage?
absolutely.
That right there. Yeah, we all were like, ooh.
Dropping gems.
Yes.
Dropping gems, absolutely.
Right.
Um, so I want to touch on something that you mentioned. You said that you went to school to become an English teacher, and we know, like, especially within the journalism field, just how instrumental writing and writing skills are when you're trying to enter into this field. And so, how would you say that your background in English has helped you step into this career, especially since it is it is stressed upon students to be a great writer, know how to write with AP style, things of that sort. So just in your experience, like, how instrumental has it been for you?
Well, actually, I had to pretty much de-learn everything I had learned as an English, because like journalism and English are two different like formats as far as writing. So that was a culture shock, I would say, at first, because I thought going into it, I was like, oh, I got this. Like, obviously, I'm an English major, blah, blah, blah. I know words and I know how to put sentences together and whatnot. And then I wrote my first news report or something, and they was like, yeah, no, this ain't nothing like what we was looking for. And like, this is not the format we follow. And they made me study that whole AP format, or AP format. And after that, I just de-learned everything I learned from English and just focused on on journalism.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was weird. But actually, I would say, for as far as journalism, I mean, as far as English, still using what I learned from English is just learning more about the past of stuff. Like, learn about being more informed of what the past and present, and how they have a connection between the two.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I have a follow-up question for the both of you all, Mr. Boone Paul and Ms. Tammy Reese. I would like for you guys to tell us what would be your 3 tips to success while we are in school right now.
I would definitely say be yourself. It's so much influence out here, especially with social media. You can look at someone's page and be inspired, but you don't want to copy or imitate. You want to do your own thing, your own way, or not feel forced that you have to do it because someone with tons of followers is doing it this way, or they're getting clout, or you want clout. Do it because you're doing it for yourself and you're passionate about it. Definitely never give up. It's so hard. I was telling you at the beginning of this live that I lost my mom, and that was something that happened to me that made me want to give up because I was going through a hardship and depression at that time. But I didn't give up. I kept going. I kept thriving. And everyone deals with something. They may not showcase it to the world, but you have to give up because you have your own purpose and legacy to fulfill in your own life because you are a divine being. Last, I would say, don't be scared to ask for help. There's a lot of people who harbor information in our industry, and sometimes it can be competitive. When there's enough for us to all win, especially the media industry is not dominated by people that look like us. We got to help each other out. We can all win together. So definitely don't be scared to ask for help. There's a lot of people out there ready to give you the knowledge and mentor you as well.
Facts. I would say definitely, first and foremost, man, just trust the grind and stick to the grind. It's not a marathon. I mean, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Trust me. Like, you're not gonna break through. You're not gonna have millions of followers. You're not gonna have millions of views in the first month or first day or whatever. Like, it might take you 10 years to get that type of notoriety, but just stick with it and it'll work. It'll definitely work itself out. Man, be informative. Don't be out here just shooting out what you think. Like, really learn, really explore, research everything that you enjoy. As far as like, if you love music, a certain genre, make sure you know the history of that genre. Make sure you know everything going on that you know that you can bring to the present. That's definitely different from a lot of people just, clout chasing or just trying to ride a wave or whatever. If you're informative, you'll get a whole lot further than like people that are here for the moment. And then the third thing I would say is, man, just be creative. Stick to your, the creativity is limitless. So everything you do, man, just apply all that together and just be creative, and you'll definitely find your own lane.
Yes. Thank you so much for that. I definitely appreciated that. I would like to know, do you guys have any upcoming projects that you guys would like to exclusively share with HU NABJ?
Well, yes. Tomorrow I have 2 major virtual press junkets, one for BET, one for Lifetime. BET's Tyler Perry Ruthless. I don't know if people are familiar with that show. I'll be on that press junket with the cast of that tomorrow. As well as there's this new Lifetime movies coming out, Wrath and Greed. I know Romeo Miller is in one, Michelle Williams from Destiny Child is in one, Eric Benet, Tina Knowles.
Name dropping, okay?
So I'm gonna be covering those press junkets tomorrow. I'm covering the Oscars virtual press room on the 27th. And also I have a Apple TV Plus virtual press junket coming up on the 31st with Nicole Kidman. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, congratulations. How about you, Mr. Boom Paul?
I'm always dropping stuff. I'm always doing interviews with celebrities for This Is 50, so you can just always just stay tuned on that. And then I'm always writing stuff, new stuff for the Dallas Observer and for The Source, obviously, and for other outlets. I'm still freelancing along with doing like the regular stuff, so I'm always dropping new content. I'm actually planning on or putting together stuff for my own, like, not podcast, but like interview series called That's a Damn Good Question. So I did like 2 episodes already, so I'm just getting bigger names or linking up with bigger names to do these interviews, and then I'm gonna just put it out as a whole series on YouTube. So
y'all have some cool stuff coming out. We will definitely stay tuned.
Let's connect after the show.
Like, let's connect.
Let's explore synergies.
Nice.
Yes. Definitely love. Last thing, how can we get in contact with you all as students?
Yes, on Twitter and Instagram, Tammy Reese Media. Best way to reach out to me. I follow back, y'all.
I would just say, yeah, pretty much like social media, like Instagram, Twitter. I mean, my email is pretty much my name, just at Gmail. So, yeah, it's just BrysonBoomPaul@gmail.com. And then, like, I'm always down to talk to people about advice or whatever they got going on. So, I'm always available.
Okay. Well, thank you
I
so
love
much.
to mentor people.
Before we hop off, we do have a question in the comments. Trying to see if I could scroll up to it.
I hear them birds chirping.
Yeah.
Technology is just not on my side today. Okay, so the question is having an EPK necessary for an upcoming artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, having everything like EPK, like a proper press release, hell, a proper publicist, and just a proper team is like the most key thing you can have. Trust me, it'll get you a whole lot further than what a lot of artists and management and publicists are sending our way these days.
Yes. And it'll make a journalist engage in you more, because we don't want to read a 30-page book about a client who's pitching to be in the media, You know, we want it concise and engaging, something that's going to catch our eye.
Presentation is key.
Yes.
Presentation is key on everything. If you come, please don't slide in people's DMs. Like just being like, "Hey, I'm an artist. Check out my music." You gonna get dismissed right away. So
Email.
Period. Definitely concise. I know we learn about that too as a journalist. So I'm glad that everything that we're learning is definitely going to be influential, even post grad. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming on to Just In with Journos. And I hope that you guys connect with them, send them emails, send them messages. As they said, they follow back in return. So definitely utilize these tools. And thank you guys so much for joining us this evening.
no problem. No problem.
Thank you.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
Have a good day.